Hello, it looks like you are trying to set up sermon series using a Buzzsprout podcast feed. So this video is to walk you through what that looks like and how you'll want to configure your feed, configure your posts so it comes through great in the app. So first of all, you can see we're on the Church Apps dashboard over here, probably on the screen you're on right now watching this video where you're setting up your sermon series. And over here we have the same app, Church of the West Side, running for me to be able to show you what it's going to look like as you're doing this. So we've already pulled in the RSS feed, and just in case you found this video a different way, I'm going to jump over here to Buzzsprout. I'm logged in, and if I go to directories, RSS feed, this is how I just find my plain old RSS feed. This is not some special feed. It's the same old feed that you'll get from Buzzsprout when you set up your own podcast. But I grabbed that RSS feed, went to RSS feeds, add new, and then created my podcast, which is what you see right here with all of the episodes, which match up with these. You can see Jesus is greater, Hebrew greater, so you can see everything matches up between these two. With Buzzsprout, there are ways that you need to configure your posts so that we at Tithely can understand how you're setting up your series. So on your Buzzsprout post, what you're going to want to do is use this pipe character between your sermon series, your sermon name and your sermon series name. So you can see it's safe to use characters like hyphens and whatever else you want to use, but you're going to want to use a single pipe to divide between your sermon name and your sermon series, with the sermon title on the left and the sermon series title on the right. And if you want, you could just do this with, say, your most recent 20 sermons, then set up your sermon series using the Tithely Church app dashboard, and then you can see how that's reflected in the app. Note that if you sync it all up and then you make the change, it's going to take some time unless you resync it all, you delete that feed and then reset it up, because it checks your podcast feed coming out of Buzzsprout every few hours. So it's not going to immediately show that change unless you delete the feed and reset it up. But yes, by setting up a single pipe character, and then if I go in here and edit, by setting up this single pipe character, which is found right above the return or enter key on your keyboard most likely. Then also by setting up the artwork, you've now done everything you need to. So you probably already are setting up your artwork so things look great inside of your website, inside of Buzzsprout, anywhere else you're using this. But if you aren't, make sure to set that as well so that we have that to be able to display your content really well. But all it takes is artwork being posted, which, by the way, I encourage you, don't post a 3,000 by 3,000 pixel artwork. My advice would be around 1,000 by 1,000 or smaller if it's a square, probably around 1,000 width at most if it's not a square. And you can do 16 by 9, 4 by 3, or a square image, and then set on our dashboard to display accordingly. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. But like I said, pipe character, and that's all it takes. You can see all of the episodes in this feed are set up that way. You can see the pipe splitting, and you can see there's different series names here, different titles, different images set up, and with all of that done, all I need to do is press Make Series. It's going to work on that. It's now ready to go. And if I reload this app, you'll see as I go into the Buzzsprout section now, there you go. You have everything set up, divided by series, and now I have the abilities that you would have with sermon series if you posted them individually to our dashboard like this. So note, these are not coming from the feed. These are sermons I posted individually, but now you have all of the same abilities that you would have had otherwise, where I can jump between different sermon series easily using this horizontally scrolling list at the bottom. I can download all of the sermons in a sermon series by a single click of a button like that, and it allows me to be able to see all of the sermon series plus from our dashboard, just like you're probably already used to doing. You can go over to the tab section, find the series that was the section that was set up, so in this case Buzzsprout, and you can say that you want to display everything as a grid instead of a list. And like we said, these are set up as 16 by 9, so I can set it up as a 16 by 9 grid. I can also go ahead and grab an image, so I just had an image here ready to use. I can set a banner image, and then I can go ahead and save. And now after that's done saving, I can once again reload this section, and you're going to see now, not only am I able to set everything up as a series, but I can set it up as a fantastic looking grid with a banner and like the very best looking setup you could possibly have that for sermon series. And all you do is just keep posting to Buzzsprout in the same way, and your content will look this amazing in your church app. So if you have any questions, make sure to contact us here at Tithely, and have a great day.